Mr. Koopaduck, I know you may find this hard to believe, but Slannon doesn't sing.
Well, how about you then, huh?
Me? Oh, no, I couldn't.
Oh, come on.
Please don't.
Sing!
So I had a client that once expressed her tendency to people please by saying, "Have you ever seen ENCHANTED?" It's exactly like that.
So, have you seen Slannon? We have to leave. My godmother's on some kind of bender.
You can't leave now. It's the middle of the night. No, you have to stay for the party.
Okay, I'll stay.
For those that haven't seen the movie, it's about a girl who receives a special gift as a baby.
Ella Frel, I give you the gift of obedience. Now go to sleep. Now, wake up.
People pleasing is about striving to keep the peace and avoiding conflict at all costs, even at our own expense. People pleasers desperately try to avoid upsetting other people. People pleasers are driven by the assumption that maintaining positive feelings in a relationship is the first and pretty much only priority in life. Ironically, when people pleasing, what is best for people is often of lesser concern than what keeps people happy, which is very different.
Just admit you're stupid and don't know what you're talking about.
I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about.
Ella?
Anyway, in conclusion...
Hold your tongue, Ella. Ella!
So why is people pleasing so bad? Well, at the end of the day, it can cause us to neglect our own self-care and even enter into a pattern of self-sabotage.
Where's my purse? It's back there.
Wait right there. I will get it.
So it's one thing to try and be accommodating. It's another thing entirely when our compulsive need to be compliant puts us in a bad or a harmful place.
Prince Charmant! Prince Charmant!
Your Highness. Olive, have you noticed anything strange about Ella? No? Not really. Have you noticed it gets darker at night, then lighter when the sun comes up? That's because of Ella. Never mind.
Because people pleasers frequently place other people's needs first, they are often constantly running on empty, full of unrealized resentment, and are even sometimes exploited.
Ella! Come here. I have to go. What?
I need you to do me a little favor. Take that. Cool, let me try. Take that. And that potion bottle.
Okay, that's enough.
I think that's for me to say, Ella. We need one more thing.
So if not reined in,
Take those.
we can become disconnected from our own sense of self, our own needs, our own beliefs, because those things may be perceived as getting in the way when trying to fulfill that number one important goal of trying to make others happy. All right, so what helps us break the spell? Well, first, recognizing the pattern in ourself, for one. Anne Hathaway used this slapped in the face, shoulders back, back erect position to let us know when the spell was working. So we can learn to recognize that feeling that comes over us when we're going into people-pleasing mode. We can learn to distinguish, say, a truly compassionate response from the fear of having a hard conversation that comes with boundary setting. Understanding that spell, that pull, that reflexive action is helpful, as is being curious about where this came from in the first place. For Ella, her quick-to-obey response was the result of a magical spell. For us non-magical folk, people-pleasing often has its origins in our relationships with parents and caregivers. That's often how the spell is cast with us. It may come from deep-seated feelings of unworthiness, or perhaps a fear of What happens when others are displeased with us? Maybe when we were a child, we felt that we were put in charge of managing others' feelings so they didn't rage or become depressed. For some of us, we might have learned unhelpful lessons early on about what our responsibilities are in regards to others. Over time, people pleasers can learn and feel that we have permission to prioritize our personal needs. And this is actually an important part of giving of ourselves to others.
Ella, stop kissing him! You are never to kiss him again.
You want to bet?
One of my favorite and most helpful thoughts about boundaries is this. Good boundaries are when we can love others and love ourselves at the same time. So next time you feel that pull of your own, that people-pleasing mode, remember loving yourself in the form of good self-care, healthy boundaries, and learning to say no appropriately are not selfishness. They are, in fact, part of living happily ever after.
Jungle